of the Live Wire. Leading off the show tonight, we have Louis Canellis, one of the original pioneers of South Beach, who came from New York and found a magical island set in a silvery sea. Next, you have Gilbert Stafford, one of the most desirable doormen in all of South Beach's nightlife history. He's variously to be found at Groovejet, Lua, and Liquid, depending on the night and depending on the weekend. But he's one of the toughest guys to get on the other side of the velvet ropes, but he's a very, very nice guy, and as you'll see tonight, extremely interesting, with a varied history. Following that, you'll see Joey Arias performing at 821, one of the great cabaret entertainers of the century, here in a very intimate setting. Now here's Scott Hankus to open the show.
Good evening and welcome to the Live Wire. I am Scott Hankus, and this is, I don't know, show number, 6 or 7 or something like that. But tonight we have a really great full show with you because all of our guests actually showed up for a change. And my first guest this evening is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll give him one anyway. It's Mr. Louis Canellis. Thank you very much for coming to the show.
Thank you, Sweet Pea.
How are you doing?
So far, so good.
Yes, I hear you had a bit of an accident lately.
Yes, totally stone cold sober. Tripped. You know, isn't it amazing? If, like I was telling the boys earlier, if I would have had a couple of cocktails on me, I would have just bounced off like Gumby, and it would have been
exactly.
like
You're jump all loose and everything like that.
Right, but it will happen.
But I like this added touch of the walking stick.
Maybe a new accessory for the season.
Well, that'll be good. And so, speaking of season, what do you have coming up for the season? For people who don't know, Louis has been the ground orchestrator of a lot of the nightlife here on the beach for quite a few years, and not that many. But so whatever Louis is doing, you know it's going to be the thing to do. So tell me what you've got coming up.
If I knew, I would share it with you. It's South Beach. It's all full of surprises. But I mean, we were talking earlier with the fabulous Gilbert, the door god, who's going to be on after me, and of course Bobby Radical and Robert over there with the horoscopes. You do have a great show tonight. All the right people.
But we're not here to talk about them right now. We're here to talk about you.
No, that's so boring.
No,
please.
It's not boring. You're writing a great column for Fashion Spectrum, a nightlife column. I mean, that's wonderful in itself. How do you like doing that?
That's a lot of fun, and I enjoy it. And what's fun about it is I now have a reason to go to all those parties besides just going to the parties, and it's interesting. And what I enjoy about it the most is, for some reason, we've become jaded too quickly, and this is still a wonderful place, and it's still a tropical Eden, and a little bit of bitterness has come into the picture, and giving it that twist that it's all still new, it's all still wonderful, and of course we got Gilbert, who we adore, and we got Robert, who's absolutely wonderful, and Bobby Radical.
Stop. No, we're just all a little bit bitter because we're the ones that have built up this place. I mean, the people that have been around a long time when South Beach was nothing. So,
but Scott, you've got to think of it in this terms. Of course, you're too young to think of in this terms. It's like having a child, okay? And you expect her to be a PhD and be a beauty queen and just be glorious. And then she goes through pubescence, puberty, and all of a sudden the skin complexion is not working, and you don't appreciate the tattoos, and the company she keeps, well, you would rather not, and she's a C student instead of an A student, but you still love her. Now, this is a phase South Beach is going through. It's part of the growth. And someday this child is going to be what it's supposed to be. And
what do you think that is supposed to be?
It's got a life of its own, dear. All we can be there is to make sure that it doesn't step off too far either way, and that's part of the fun. Or
off those steps in general. You're involved with the club Salvation, which is quickly becoming one of the most popular and well-known clubs around the nation, actually. Thank you very much for bringing that to the beach. It was something that was sorely needed.
And it's a great team of people. It's Paul Yates, who's Hunter Group South from D.C., who of course own Trax, a couple of other rooms, and Mike Mazer, who's wonderful. Of course, I'm working with the one and only fabulous Sean Palacios, a.k.a. Kitty Meow. So we have some fun things planned for the season. And actually, this Friday coming up, it's the Dance for Life fundraiser for the Children's Pediatric AIDS Ward, Jackson Memorial, and LaBouche and Sandy B. There's quite a few people performing, and it's rumored that Cher will show up. Hopefully she will, because it's for a good cause.
Cher, let's hear it for Cher.
We love her. It's going to be good. So, I mean, New Year's Eve.
What about Halloween? Anything for Halloween?
Halloween Thursday, it's a block party on Espanola Way, which would be
Salvation involved in that? Is that part of the
Salvation,
After Dark?
Salvation, Kremlin, and Warsaw. No, it's not a South Beach After Dark project, but it's the three clubs coming
Well,
together.
it's still nice to see people coming together and working together for a change instead of all working against each other.
It's as it should be. You know, I was talking to Tom Austin about 3 days ago, and you know, we love him, and he was, you know, decrying, you know, the phase we're going through it, and then of course the fingers always pointed at me. It's all your fault, Louis. You made it happen. And then it sort of occurred to me what we really wanted 10 years ago, and what we hoped that this place would be like an ultra hip Mayberry. You know, like a small town with like everybody knew everybody else, everybody, you know, Aunt Bee, Goober, Gomer, but hip ones, you know.
Right.
And so it's sort of grown into its own, you know, child, and thanks to again people like Gilbert, who we totally adore, and Bobby Radical, who's a genius artist, who still have the spirit of South Beach, and those are the people that make it happen and make it worthwhile to go out. So, you know, that flotsam comes in and out, and we just have to grin and bear it. We are a resort town.
This is true.
And even though most people think that the only culture you can get in here is in yogurt, there is a lot going on in this town, if you care to look for it.
Sure, here's Halloween night.
And of course, it's a wonderful place to live, and that's when we're all here.
Fantastic. Well, Louis, I hope you come back. I'd like to make you a regular on the show if you'd be willing to.
Oh, absolutely.
Come back, you know, once a month or something. Talk about what you're doing.
Well, who cares about what I'm doing? It's all about South Beach.
Well, but
it's all about Wire. Of course, you better pick up the next issue because it's brilliant. Andrew Delaplane is the Isaiah of South Beach. You know, castigating those Israelites. You know, remember in the Bible when you know Jerusalem was just carrying on, and Isaiah would go up into the mountain and sort of tell them, correct your ways, and thank God we have Andrew to do this to us, because otherwise we would just stray and keep straying and become something we shouldn't be. Well, on that note, I'm sorry. That's just it. I mean, Andrew is...
I know exactly what you mean.
Delaplane is the conscience of this town.
Well,
we're glad
the reasons why we've got this going on and that we're sitting here right now. So
and the fact that there's a facsimile of South Beach still left, because he's there like doing what he does so well.
No, if only
Thank
he were
you,
there.
Andrew. I am so sorry that Scratch went the way it went, but if Scratch would have gone, you would have just become another glamorous club owner in South Beach, and we wouldn't have had the wonderful Wire.
Poisoning, so wrap it.
Done.
All right.
Speed up, speed up.
Thank you very
We love
much.
you. Keep watching. It's the best show on TV.
And we'll be right back. Thank you.
That was easy enough.
Show how big you really are.
And welcome back to the Live Wire. Once again, I am Scott Hankus, and tonight, for my second guest, I have Zeno, who is going to be providing a horoscope weekly to the Wire, which is going to be a new feature. Welcome to the show, and thank you. Others of you out there might know him by another name, but for all intents and purposes, he's Zeno now. Tell me about what you're going to be doing with the Wire.
Okay, well, this is going to be a weekly horoscope. It's going to be a little bit technical. It's not just going to pull things out of a hat. You're going to see planetary reasons for what's being explained. Newspaper horoscopes have limitations, obviously, because we don't know exactly the individual's birth time and place, but based on the sun, we can say certain things. And you read that and keep it in the back of your mind, and as phenomena that corresponds somehow to what you've read a couple of days ago start to happen, you remember what you've read, and you can react accordingly, hopefully a little better guided.
Is this something that you've always been doing, or is this...
I've been working in astrology for about 7 years now.
Oh,
and related fields. Yeah.
And do you have other services that you offer? Do you do charts for people? And
Yeah, I do charts. I do cafe readings, which are just 20-minute on-the-spot readings. I do full readings where I take an hour or more of preparation and give the client an hour of my time. And I also do printed reports. So if you're a little too shy to hear it up front from someone, you can have a 20-page report and look at it on your own time. We have a really interesting weekend coming up because we have Sun conjunct Mercury Friday night. It's hard-hitting communication. There's going to be a lot of news breaking for people. And that Mars square Pluto is Saturday night. That happens once every 9 months. Saturday night, be careful, everyone. It's potential for danger is incredible, but it lightens up late Sunday, and once again on Tuesday all day. Tuesday, the Sun and Jupiter are at exactly 60 degrees from each other. The Sun in Scorpio and Jupiter in Capricorn. And Tuesday, I swear to you, that's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th of November, is going to be such a happy, happy, happy day for everyone.
Then we'll look forward to that day. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for being on the show. They're saying that we got to cut to a commercial, so everyone look in this week's edition of The Wire for Zeno's horoscope and read and find out what's coming up for you for the following week. Thank you very much, and we will be right back. I'm Scott Hankus, and this was Zeno.
If you're looking for a book on any subject that's out of print or used, call Book Depot. We have books on every subject. Children's, literature, technical, you name it, we've got it at Book Depot. With over 1.5 million titles in our inventory, chances are we can find the book you're looking for. So call us at Book Depot.
With the Live Wire once again, and I'm here at 821 with Joey Arias.
Thank you, no, Joey Arias.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here tonight with my sister Raven O, and I guess that this is the 2nd anniversary of Club 821.
Exactly.
And it's just nice to have live music like we do in New York City. And not to be working with tapes, backing tapes, and to be singing live.
I tell you, I saw your performance. I cannot believe I've never seen a performance like this. You are magnificent.
Well, thank you.
It comes so naturally for you.
Well, it better come naturally, because if it doesn't, get me off fast.
No, baby, you're good.
Thank you.
And, do you have to work at this? Does that just come out that way, or?
Well, it's like life. It's like anything else. It just happens. It's, I've been living a long and hard life, and I've been laughing and, oh no, are you ruining our interview? And so it's sort of just come naturally, basically.
I've been hearing some really cool things about you. You've been on a lot of magazine covers and things. You're basically living in New York. You come down here and do some things, and
well, that actually was Louis Canellis who brought me here originally, like in 88 maybe, when there was no real South Beach yet, and he, who I called the Nightmare, or Nightmare.
M-A-Y-O-R.
And
and the other kind too.
Always. No, but Louis Canellis is the one who brought me here and introduced me to the Miami audience. Miami. I feel like I'm in London. I'm in the Miami audience.
We just went uptown Miami.
Yes, definitely. And so it's great. He's been a wonderful man.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy, and certainly he is a South Beach institution.
Definitely, and everything's exploded now. It's like way out of his hands, and it's all changed completely. But it's wonderful to see that.
Well, I understand that there's a possibility that you may be coming down to do a little bit more of these things, and
well, if you want me, I'll be back. If you want me, I'll be back.
They want you because the Live Wire wants you.
Thank you.
You love the Live Wire.
Honey, all I can say is I love the Live Wire.
We all love the Live Wire. And thanks so much for talking to us.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, and thank you.
Mwah.
Ouch!
Ooh, baby.
You are welcome. Hey, you over here.
Look at
Welcome back to Live Wire, and with me I have Gilbert, who you've already heard his name dropped many times on the show from Lewis. Gilbert, thank you for being here.
Oh, rise, darling, rise. I'm just wondering how many people, once they heard, oh, Gilbert's going to be here, thought, what else is on?
Where's
that remote?
I don't think so. So how are you doing?
Me? Great.
Great?
I'm great. I'm great.
For those of you who maybe haven't gone out on the beach, Gilbert is doorman extraordinaire.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Something like
that. I don't know. Phrases like that freak me out.
Why?
Because then they show up and I'm there. Right. I hear doorman extraordinaire. What am I expecting? I get there, it's like, oh, him.
Well, what kind of things do you get at the door? I mean, I'm sure
let's
it's not like...
let's see. I'll give you a hot one. This doesn't happen as much in Miami as it used to happen in New York, but my mother had more sex with guys that she never met. The line, you know, it was all about fucking my mother. And I never really have ever, my mother has no idea, my mother.
She didn't even get to enjoy it?
Anyway, she has no idea what I do for a living. I explained to my mother what I do for a living. She goes, now wait a minute, let me get this right. You stand outside and you tell people whether they can come inside and spend their money or not. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's basically what I do. Why do you do that?
Why do you do it?
Why do I do it?
That's a good question, isn't it? Why do you do it?
Let's see. As a child, I was gravely neglected. And this is my revenge on the world. And it's probably because I have a small penis or there's something I didn't get, my father made me have sex with him, and now I'm getting back at the world. There's got to be something. That's a good question.
Really
we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later, definitely. Do you have many problems at the door? I mean, with your very substantial
no more than
guy
any
and
other.
that voice. We all know you're a big girl, but...
Well, yeah, big lady. But no, I mean, no more problems than anyone else. No? I don't think.
No?
I don't think. In New York, there was an open season on me for a while. You can go get a hunting license. And, but like, you know how you might hesitate to do something? Mm-hmm. And I remember when I first decided to move here, I was hesitating. And then the gods, or as the former occupant of this seat explained, something happened out there. And my last 2 days of working in New York, I got shot at each time. Had to get out.
I don't blame you.
I had to get out.
Have you been shot at here in Miami?
No.
No?
Let's not even bring that up. That part will be edited out later. Let's not even bring that up. What else scared me about the former occupant of this seat was that's right, we were all watching this on Halloween. Well, I have to work those days he was describing, and my blood ran cold when he said that Saturday night, that's 2 nights from this moment, there was going to be major, now how did you put it? Major...
Crime tendencies.
Crime
Stop
tendency.
scaring my guests.
I don't have a bulletproof negligee to wear that my Halloween costume. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get one. Something backless, a backless bulletproof vest.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I'm a great believer in that science.
And where are you going to be working on Saturday?
Saturday, I will be working at Groovejet, in the back.
In the back.
In the VIP room.
Will you let me in if I come?
I don't really have a problem with that.
Okay, good.
I don't have a problem with that.
Good. And
As
where else
we sit here. Mondays, I'm working back at Fat Black.
Oh, fantastic.
I just started again. This would have been my 3rd week.
Said it again.
What did you say?
I have this terrible habit of saying fantastic, and I don't ever realize I'm doing it until I see these tapes, and I say it all the
Fantastic?
time. Yeah. It's just no, fabulous is old too.
Yeah.
Come up with superb or
Something.
Something different.
Fantastic. I used to do a show in New York where I would get a note, actually from Susan Ainsworth. We were doing this show in New York, and I did it every Monday for like 2 years. And I would get this note every Monday that during the course of the show, I was not allowed to say shit. Now, you used to use the word shit it's just a word. Right. Like you say shit, you don't get a mental picture of that. You really don't.
No.
So I would be up on stage announcing a singer about to come up and go, this is the good shit. And you don't know how many of these singers would come up going, I really wish you wouldn't have said shit. It's like, oh, well, what's the big deal? I mean, it's only a word. It's only a word.
Adjective.
I never understood that verb, adjective. I never kind of got that. I never, yeah. Oh,
gotta watch
we
more
got that
Schoolhouse
whirly-burly. A helicopter just went by.
I guess that means that I have to say goodbye to you. For now.
Never goodbye.
No, never goodbye. I'll see you later.
Till we meet again.
Right. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
All right.
We're in the DJ booth here at Swirl. Digby's party, you know, the first anniversary. And this is a great picture of DJ Shannon's back and her rear end. I think we caught her at a very busy time. Honey, are you changing tunes now?
Yes, I'm about to put on some crusty discotheque music.
Cool.
We're having a great time here. This party is a blast.
What's this, no Carpenters music?
No, I have to stick that with strictly 7th grade at 821.
Oh, okay.
But I am busting out some of the similar tunes.
Make me dance, baby.
Yeah, I'll make you sing, I'll make you dance, I'll make you cry.
She's a crazy woman, but she's real damn good at what she does. We're not who you're going to stumble onto the dance floor with. Mr. Digby.
Happy birthday. I lost my voice.
The man can't talk, but it is his birthday party. And he's having some fun now. He doesn't even know he can't talk.
Thank you. We love Livewire.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. I just picked up this broad along the way. I think her name is Bridget Buttercup.
Hello, darlings.
Oh, you're looking real fabulous tonight.
Why, thank you. How's my beard?
She's still got a beard.
Oh, well, you know.
Is her a name for the kind of person you're trying to be tonight?
I'm just trying to be me and have a really good time.
I know, but you look so fabulous. I thought maybe you were like Marilyn Monroe or something.
Well, yes, I am. I'm working on a play with JC from the Art Act.
Yes.
And I'm portraying Marilyn Monroe in the play. So I've been in rehearsals and stuff like that.
I swear to God, you could be her.
Well, I could only be so lucky.
There you go.
Why, thank you ever so.
It's always
Got
good to see you.
all over that. Thank you, baby.
David Letterman on stilts. Yo, Dave.
Hey, how much time do we got left?
I think you got a long road ahead of you, buddy.
Hey.
What time are you getting off?
Hey, I'm getting off.
It's not a personal question.
I'm getting off.
I know we're like that level.
Watch it. This thing's armed and dangerous.
Okay, hey, baby, how are you?
I'm good, honey. How are you?
What's your name?
My name's Lorena.
Lorena, you can find outside here at Swirl.
Why, thank you. I'm a bunny tonight. That's why.
You are a bunny. Have you actually been a bunny?
I've always
Can
been
we
a
see your
bunny.
boobs?
No.
I don't want to anyway. Thanks anyway.
Hey.
Dave, that sounds like one of your babe jokes.
Hey, I got loads of babe jokes.
Is this going to be one of the top 10s or something?
Hey, we got top 10.
Are you one of the top 10s?
Oh, hey.
I'm over that.
It's a long story,
Oh, God, we won't go there. And look who I found here at Swirl. My God, it's Lola, legendary Lola from the beach.
Easy to find at a party, eh?
Are you hogging this microphone? This is Eve. He's the boyfriend of the legendary Lola.
Buzzing about.
She's buzzing about. I don't get that. What's that mean?
This is my bee cap. And I got my sugar buzz. So it makes the buzzing about. Buzz Queen.
We are back, Livewire, Scott Hankus, and with me now I have Mr. Bobby Radical. Welcome to the show. Thank you. Nice hair.
Thank you.
But Bobby is an artist, and quite a superb one at that, with a very nice little twist with his sense of humor with his art. I don't know if any of you have ever seen his t-shirts, but he's done like a great Little Debbie, but instead it said Little Doobie, and a nice little welcome to Florida, where Florida was a handgun. And
got a lot of flack from that.
Did you?
Yeah, especially, it's a funny story. Tony Goldman hated me because of that. But his son bought 2 shirts.
Who were you getting flack from besides like
everybody who owned any business here was like, oh, it's your fault that the tourists aren't here. I was like, no, I'm just bringing it up, you know.
No,
trying to
that was
make a
around the
point.
time of the tour. Yeah, right.
Oh,
wow, fuck.
92, 93, where, you know, it's just people need to be educated and, you know, how to carry themselves when they go to other cities.
Yeah, that's true. And just to know which exits not to get off on between the airport and the beach is important as well.
And keep your map down.
That is probably the most valuable point you'll ever hear for being a tourist. So what have you been doing lately?
Was doing a couple club events at Branch Break. We're taking a little hiatus. One of my partners took off surfing forever, so we did that. I'm doing my graphic design. Have a bunch of little Miami Beach clients. So I do their advertising.
You have your own company?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called?
Be Radical Advertising.
Well,
crazy.
Well, Bobby, we'll have to do next time you have a show. We'll make sure that we come and do a remote so people can see your art. And keep us posted on what's going on with the clothing line and whatnot. I'd look forward to that.
Absolutely.
We use some great clothes here on the beach. So thank you very much for being here.
Cool. Thanks for inviting me.
Always a pleasure.
Peace, Miami.
All right, and this has been the Live Wire for Halloween 1996. I'm Scott Hankus. This was Bobby Radical. We have Louis Canales Gilbert and Zeno. So thank you very much, and we will see you next week, and it'll be November. Thank you very much. Bye.